Time's flying, guys. Let's get it. Roll the intro music.
Sorry, I burped a little bit.
Oh my god, I burped too. I didn't know
Oh, okay.
I was too scared to say anything.
Okay, when I burp, it's like whenever I burp, it's not like a good burp. It's like a baby burp. You know what I mean?
It was like a baby burp. And
Yeah, exactly. When people like really burp, I congratulate them because I want to be like them. You know what I mean? So I'll give them a round of applause.
Like, automatically
get it, I guess.
Automatically.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah, get it, I guess.
They can burp on command.
Yes,
my dad knows how to do that.
I can't do that.
Never burp.
I remember when I was a kid, my dad was like, I know how to burp the alphabet, and I was like, no way. no, you don't. No, you don't. He's like, yeah, I do. And then he did it. I don't know. He did it, and I almost cried. I was like, my dad is so talented.
Okay.
I've been thinking a lot, and I was like, just got out of the shower, right? And I was like, damn, like sophomore year is almost over. And
yeah,
before we know it, we're gonna be juniors and we're gonna have to look for colleges. And I'm like, not really going for it. Like, yeah, I want to look at colleges and like I have to figure out my schedule for next year. And there's just so much stuff to do. But I kind of just pushing it to the side, waiting last minute. I don't normally wait last minute, but
speak for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I can't believe I can't believe it's March. Okay, I can't believe the pandemic started a year ago. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
For real.
We've been quarantining for almost
a year now. That's insane.
It's insane.
It does not feel like a year has passed.
They were like, we're just gonna take a small break. We're gonna come back in like 2 weeks. More like a year.
More like a year. Yeah, for real.
Are you guys Alyssa, is your school going back to in person or not yet?
Some people are back. Like we're on our hybrid schedule again.
No,
but I'm fully remote, so
yeah, I'm fully remote too.
I go back the 8th of March.
Ooh.
Yo, the thing is, and like in my classes, I have classes where I will literally be the only person in the class. Like my geometry class, except me, everybody is remote. So it's gonna be me in the classroom while everyone else is on the screen. It's so awkward.
That's gonna be very awkward.
But my teacher was joking about it. He's like, you know what? No, my teacher was joking about it. He was like, you know what? Since Amelia's gonna come visit me in person, she's not gonna have to do the work in class. You know what? Amelia can just nap. And I was like, let's go. They're like, wait, how's that fair? And my teacher was like, oh, because I get to see her, you know? Like, I get to see her in person. Amelia is exempt from work for that rest of the year. And I was like, let's go. 300 in geometry.
Oh my god, why can't I be in your class? I hate geometry. It's easy, but I don't understand what I'm learning. Literally, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea.
No, one does, Kayla. It's geometry. Unpopular opinion, Algebra 2 was way easier than geometry is.
I love algebra.
I would say I don't like math, but Algebra 2 is really fun for me.
I hate math. I hate all math. But if I had to choose, Algebra 2 is the way
I would do Algebra 2 again. Algebra 2 is
and then, like,
my thing.
I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, yo, we're going to be in pre-calc next year.
Yes, and we're going to have physics.
I remember doing like in like 4th grade when we did those timed multiplication tests.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
oh my gosh, in like a minute. Like I was thinking about that, and then I like looked up pre-calc, and I was like, oh my god. I was like, how did I get here? And it feels like that wasn't so. Like I can remember sitting in the like room I was in when I took that test. Like I can remember that happening. I can't believe it's already like, yeah, you're gonna take pre-calc, then you're gonna take AP calc, and I'm just like, whoa. Time. Take a chill pill, man.
Yeah, but now we're in high school, so
I know it's time flies, man.
Mm-hmm.
For real. I just realized
I'm gonna be juniors.
So many
soon.
hard classes next year.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm gonna be jam-packed classes. Like I probably won't have any free time.
See, I wanna pack myself with AP classes, but then again, I don't want to live a miserable junior year. So.
Well, if I do this, my senior year is gonna be a breeze. Literally, I just have like a bunch of electives, and like that's just like art and like.
I say like junior year is the hardest year out of like all.
It really is. Like it really is. Like I think I'm gonna have like 3 AP classes, and then I'm trying to get into like this one program where you can essentially graduate high school with an associate's degree, which is really good because then you like finish your first 2 years of college and it's awesome. So I'm trying to definitely do that. But
I don't care. I'm just here to get a degree. I'm just like, yeah,
yeah.
I finished high school.
I got my diploma. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
time to go to college. Yeah,
Cali
that's just
crew.
that's how I'm treating everything. Oh my god, I forgot about Cali crew.
Swear we should all
But
go on a trip like after college. I know after college, after high school, we should all go on a trip.
I'm down.
Like
I'm down.
hopefully this COVID thing is like
It
somewhat
will
settled.
be.
I think it will be.
I think
By
it'll be
that time, I
overload.
think it's gonna be like kind of like. Oh, you remember that? Well,
As long
yeah, I
as
remember
people
that.
Yeah,
continue
Yeah,
wearing their mask, wear your
yeah.
mask.
yeah. Wear your
Quarantine.
mask. Talking about you anti-maskers. Fuck you guys. Sorry, that was mean. No,
Amelia.
no, no.
But
They deserve to
I
hear
mean,
it.
it's
They
true.
deserve to hear it. You deserve to
But
hear that. If you don't think like wearing a mask helps, yeah, no, that applies to you. I mean, I fully mean what I said. I won't take it back.
no hesitation.
No hesitation. But on like a more relevant note, besides COVID and masks and everything, today we're just gonna kind of discuss how fast time flies, like how it feels that like oh high school, it's like this big thing. It's parties, homework, exams, you know. But then like it passes in the blink of an eye. Like when you're
For
not even
real.
expecting it to go by, it's you go into freshman year like, wow, this is like really scary. And then before you know it, you're a senior.
Mhm.
And
Like
I've heard so many people say that too.
mhm.
Yeah. Cause it's true. It's honestly true because that's how it works. You go into freshman year being like, wow, there's so many people here. Look at all these seniors. They're so much older than I am. And then you're in the seniors position, like, look at all those freshmen. They're gonna be here one day.
Like this week, I had 2 reality checks. I realized that Thursday was Thursday and it wasn't Friday. Did anybody else feel that?
Okay,
Like
today does not feel
No,
like a
I've been
Friday.
sleeping through
Today
my
feels like a
days.
Wednesday. Like I literally don't feel like it's Friday right now.
I had
I
so
don't
much
know.
homework today. Like, my teachers need to chill, especially my chem teacher. I like she gives an assignment a day, and it's not even like a short assignment. It's like 2 to 3 pages. I'm like, girl, chill out.
My history
Yeah.
to take a chill pill.
And, like, the second
Oh
thing
yeah,
was that we're gonna become juniors next year, and we're, like, preparing for that right now. And I was like, "Wow, this year has gone by so fast." I mean, considering that we're, like, all online and, like, stuff, I feel like that plays a part in it. But it's, like, so, like, shocking to realize that
Like
and
just
that
think
we're
about
gonna be
it.
graduating, like, in
Oh
2
my
years.
ah! In 1 year,
Mhm.
I can drive for you guys. I could take you
like
guys places.
I know this is like really not random, but it does focus on like how fast time flies. A few days ago, I was on a Discord call with my friends, and I don't remember how the topic came up in conversation, but we were talking about old yearbooks, and I went to go find mine, and like they all found theirs, and we just showed each other our like middle school yearbooks. And I was reading through like the like remember when section that we had,
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah, yeah,
wow, I completely forgot about that. And then like today on my phone, on Snap, I slid up and I saw my memories, and it was like me, you, like the two of you, and then like you know Aaron and our other friends, and we were just like fooling around, and I was like, oh my god, that was
yeah.
a while ago. Like I was a completely different person back then.
You were. I feel like everyone has definitely changed, and you notice it more from like other people's perspectives. Like I know for a fact that I've changed, but I don't know in what way. Like I can't tell you. Like only other people can tell me because I don't feel it. You know what I mean? It just
Yeah.
happened naturally. I don't know how to explain it. It's an
No, it
unexplainable
makes
phenomenon.
sense. It makes
Mhm.
sense. I don't know. I can't believe how fast like time actually flies. I know like I won't let go of this topic, but it's crazy for me to believe that it feels like I was in 6th grade like a year ago.
Mhm. Like,
Yes.
yesterday, we've been having meetings with our guidance counselor, and she brought up, like, scheduling for next year, and I was, again, shocked that we're going into junior year. That still, like, boggles me.
It's yeah, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to it, especially people that are high schoolers. How fast high school actually flies, whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
Like you could completely despise high school, but it'll pass so fast. And it's just I know a lot of people can relate to that.
I think that's why like every moment matters. Like everything you do like matters, and you definitely feel that in high school. And it sounds so cheesy and corny because so many people told me like, oh, when you go into high school, everything's in a flash between an eye, and then all of a sudden you're gonna be in college. And I was like, yeah, but I mean it's 4 years. 4 years is a long time, but 2 years went by so fast. Like, we're almost done
Yeah.
with the second year. Like for real. Like I was like, damn, you guys were telling the truth. I'm sorry, Shadi. I didn't know you were actually being truthful here because it was going by so fast. And now that I think about it, like college is gonna go by even faster
Mhm.
because now I know what they were saying. And I was just like, gosh. But I think it's also good though because you learn more about yourself and how other people like can act and like change, and you could find their real personalities, and that helps you become a better person. And you can kind of figure out your flaws and like your positive, attributes. And I don't know, I just find that really cool how that all kind of intertwines.
Yeah, speaking about, like, college and, like, our future, this week, I been having a lot of assignments, like, being packed on me, and, like, I took a moment, like, just to sit down and realize that I, like, told myself that I shouldn't be worrying about, like, these small things because these small things can make me even more stressed. Like, if I can not deal with stress at all, I'll do that. But, you should worry more about, I guess, the big things if you are going to stress, but you shouldn't because, you have time. I realized how much time we have on our hands as well because we're only 15 years old or 15, 16 years old. Kaylee's, yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and I don't know, was on social media and there was these people on there telling me, "Oh my gosh, you guys have so much time. Like, don't worry about, um or like don't focus on such the small things in life, you know, because that's just going to make you even more stressed." And I think I realized that this week and like I've been trying to, take care of myself and like my mental health and just like focus on myself, but still, worry about the future, put some time on that, but at the same time, live your life, honestly.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
that stuff will come when it comes. You know what I mean? Like for instance, there were some things I learned like for I think it was freshman year. I don't know, Amelia, if you took it, but I took personal finance first
Nope.
year, and
I'm taking it right now.
yeah, so like personal finance is really important, right? It's like very important. So you how to like use your money and
Because
where to
that's not
use it,
the
why to
type of
use
things
it.
they teach you in school, like in a
Exactly.
class.
Yeah, and so I was like, it's very important information, but I was just like, I don't need it right now. And I think
Exactly.
the one thing
I'm gonna forget
my
it.
exactly, I don't even know what I learned in that class except for pick out a house and a car and figure out the budget. And so I remember my dad telling me something. He was like, when the student wants to learn, the teacher will come. So essentially, like when you're ready to learn that material is gonna come to you. So when I need to learn about finance and how to handle my money, my teacher's gonna show up and show me how to do that. So I'm not gonna worry about it until that problem occurs. And that goes with college, everything. Like I'll worry about that junior year. Like I'm getting so many emails by this, I think vice principal of our school, and this woman is like, "Oh my god, Virginia Tech! Oh my god, look at this school! Look at Colorado!" And I'm like, "Girl, chill! I gotta worry about my chem homework that's due at 11:59 tonight." Like, oh my god.
Yeah, I've been thinking about like what classes I'm gonna take, what I'm gonna major in recently, especially the major part.
I mean, it's
And
okay if you don't know right now. You still have
yeah, like I know I still have time, but I always wanted to do something like criminal justice or law. And then I was like, imagine if like I don't know, being a lawyer seems like so much fun, but
it's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work.
Mhm.
And then I think about like working in criminal justice, and I'm like, I'm not fit for that. If you know what I'm looking for, I'm not fit for that. I'm not athletic enough to be any sort of police. I don't want to be a policeman. I don't know. I was always like big on FBI, and then I was like, no, no, I can't walk up my stairs without losing my breath. I'm not gonna make it in the FBI.
It's
I'm
okay.
not
You can
gonna
build
make
your
it.
stamina. You can build it. Build it up.
Gotta pull a Dr. Reed from Criminal Minds. My brain is so big that I'm gonna make it into the FBI for that. I say that as I spent literally like 30 minutes last night laying in bed thinking that since Australia is in the future, they can warn America about like events that are about to occur. And I was like, that's not how time
Wait,
works.
yeah.
I was
The
laying
thing
there
is,
and I was
like,
like,
I would have definitely done the same thing. Like, I
I
would
was
have
lying
definitely
there
done
and
the same thing.
I was like, if it's 8:02 in Australia right now and it's 5 a.m. here, they can technically tell us when a tragic event is going to happen. They'll have already experienced it. And I was like, that's not how time works.
Mhm.
I was like, that's
Definitely
not
not.
right. See, that's the big brain thinking that's gonna get me into the FBI. But I don't know,
Yeah.
picking a major is like such a big thing in my
Mhm.
opinion because I know you can always switch your major, but once you like finish it, like that's what you're gonna do. Like you don't like my parents, they both majored in something else than what they do, but I feel like it's a lot more helpful if you go down that path. But at the same time, once you finish a major and you want to stick to that job, like that's what you're gonna do forever if that's what you dedicate yourself to.
Mhm.
And like forever is a long time. And I can't believe having to like decide on a major when you're like a senior and that still affecting you when you're like 35.
I mean, you can always
Because
change it when you're in college
like
as well, but
yeah,
and you
yeah,
can always go back
that's
to
what I said.
school, but that's time
A lot of
consuming.
work and money. That
Mhm.
is
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
money to go to college
I
to
also feel
do
like
another major.
since you're already going to college, you might as well just do everything then. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
just do everything like at that moment because when you get older and you have a family, if you do, but life's gonna go on, and to stop it to go back to school is really challenging.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like,
it's a lot of work.
this week, I had so many realizations this week. I'm not like, I was, like, laying down, um, and I, like, told myself, like, "What am I gonna do in the future?" That was such a big question to me, but, like, what really am I gonna do in the future? And then I realized, like, cause the school I go to, the school I attend, we get to kind of major in, like, uh, our our career of choice, sort of, like, our study of choice, and I'm in, like, the medical field and stuff, and I was like, "Is medicine what I really wanna do?" And I told myself, like, "How do I feel about the classes I'm taking right now?" And I would say I told myself, "I'm perfectly fine with it." Like, it shouldn't feel like a burden to you, like, the classes like, the
Yeah.
career of your choice. It should be something that you're passionate about. It should be something that you could put your heart into and that you can dedicate your time to. Because you have to realize, like Amelia said, you're gonna be in this almost I mean, if you like, forever,
If you stick to
honestly.
it.
Yeah. So, whatever career, study, whatever choice you're gonna make sure it doesn't feel like weight on your shoulders.
Yeah,
You
like
want it.
it shouldn't be a burden to you.
Mhm. I was like, this because I'm as I said, I was taking medicine, and I really enjoy it. I really love studying about science and stuff, and I wanna become, like, something in the medical field. I'm not sure about that choice yet, but I'm sure that I wanna study medicine. I wanna study, like, medical stuff, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, it does make sense. Like mine and Kaylee's school, right? They have the option to go into an academy like that. I don't know. Kaylee, are you still in STEM or did you drop
Yeah,
out?
I'm in natural sciences for STEM Academy.
Yeah, and I'm still in a criminal and what was it? It was law and public safety. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's law
yeah.
and public safety. And I genuinely like the class I'm in right now because as a sophomore you take human behavior and I think it's one of the most interesting classes I have. Despite it only being an elective, it is interesting to learn stuff in that class, and it's a lot better in person. Like for the few weeks we did go back in October, we did a lot of fun things because like currently we're learning about memory. Like we just finished it, how
Mhm.
memories can be altered throughout the years. How do I explain this without going into like brain anatomy?
Big brain.
It's just okay, to put into simpler words, monkey have big thought. In 2 years, monkey have same big thought, but different.
Mm. That
And
makes
it's
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually does,
Unless
yeah.
it's unless it's something like life-changing that like you won't forget, you will forget it. Even if you say, "Oh yeah, I'm not going to forget this." Like for example, in 8th grade, let's say I like, I don't know, dropped something off the balcony at our school, right? And I was like, "Wow, that was so funny. I'm going to forget that. Like I forget I'm going to remember that for years." A few years later, I can remember dropping something off that balcony, but I'll forget why I did it or what I dropped. Like tiny details like that. Or the story will slightly change in your head. And we're like that's interesting to me. Learning about that kind of stuff and just how the brain works is interesting.
Mhm.
And I could see myself being in a profession where I just analyze like a brain. That's why recently I've been thinking a lot about like becoming a like psychologist or something like that. But then that's also a very mentally tasking job.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Mhm. But
it's
then
it's
again,
yeah.
you don't have to know, like, exactly what you wanna do in life. Like I
Yeah,
said.
you have time for. Trust
Mhm.
me.
You have plenty
Maybe
of
I'm not
time for
one to
that.
speak, but
No, I feel like
you
you
have
definitely do
time.
because I mean, when I look back at it, like my brother is still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And he's been out of college for a couple of years, and he's instead of going down like the natural paths that are set for you, like oh, I want to be a doctor, I'm going to be a dentist. Like I hate that question when you're asked when you're little because what the hell are you gonna say? You don't know what any of those professions are. You know what I mean? Like, oh, when I'm
Told
like
my
5 years old,
first
I'm gonna be a doctor. Like, huh?
I think we
You know what I
I
mean?
think some people wrote teacher a lot
Yeah, a lot of
before.
people wrote
I
teacher,
told
and then they're
my
gonna regret that, literally, sadly.
yeah,
But
I told my first grade teacher I was going to be a veterinarian.
like, I was so set on the idea of being a veterinarian that now
Yeah,
when
I
like
remember that. I
I like
remember
it's
you
been in
being
my
really
head for
set
like
on that.
8 years, and I literally work at a vet like animal clinic, and now I'm just like, is that the route I want to go down? Because that's just a path that's already been set, right? Someone's gone down that and already made a trail. But the way like my brother's going through it is he's making his own path. You know, he's figuring out his own business route and how he's going to do it. And he's learning from others and he's trying to like make his films and everything at the same time. And he even told me he's like I don't want to be like everyone else. You know, I want to be myself and make my way up to being the greatest in my own unique way. And I was like that's awesome. Like if you could do it,
Inspiring.
like
Mhm.
do it. That's awesome. He's very like an intellectual person. Like he loves to
Like,
learn.
he's experimenting with
Yeah, exactly. No, like, yeah, no, that's exactly what he's doing. He's experimenting, and he's been like very influential on that with me. And the more I think about it, like it's really hard to do that stuff. You have to have a big dedication to it. But if
Mhm.
you want to figure out what you want to do, that's definitely the route to go. Like, definitely ask questions to just random people you meet. Like, I think the more questions I ask and the more mistakes I made, the better I've become at kind of figuring out life, I guess you could say. And that's very big to say to me since I'm still a child. But to figure it out now, like different little things, it's been a life changing like, kind of experiment and
Mhm.
experience
Mhm.
to say the least. And that goes to just little things like kind of like pinpointing certain people's personalities or something like that. Like it just kind of grows on you, and it's just really interesting. Like when you said when Amelia talked about the brain thing, like that stuff's really fascinating to me. But like I'll
Mhm.
never have a chance to really try it because I kind of I guess cornered into like certain classes if that makes sense.
Yeah. You
And
shouldn't limit
That's
yourself though, you know?
that's like the
yeah,
one thing I
yeah,
don't like about the academies, that it really limits you
yes.
to electives you can take, because next year I have to take sociology. Like that is a class I can't be exempt from
Sounds
because
fun
of
though.
no, I'm excited for it. Like I
Oh.
want to take sociology. I'm just saying that like if I like wanted to take another elective, like I want to take economics next year in replace for personal finance. But if we keep the same schedule that we have now, where we only have 6 periods instead of 7, then I we don't have it
Yeah,
because they
don't have it, yeah.
and that kind of screws us over. That's why that's like one of my least favorite things about the way school is right now, because I was supposed to take an elective this year that was in replace for my lunch period, but since they cut lunch periods from all students' classes, it really limits me to how many classes I can take. So that's why I'm considering taking classes during the summer for like 2 weeks to get it out of the way.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Because
I'm
Yeah.
they have it available. Like you can take Spanish 3 throughout summer.
We
So I think
really?
that's what I know that other schools do that. I need to look into if our school allows that, but I do remember last year our biology teacher mentioned that you can take a class during the summer if you want to get it out of the way. I'm not sure if they still do it,
I'm
but
definitely gonna ask that to one of my teachers.
mhm.
But yeah, that's kind of like when I was looking at high schools. Like to tell you the most honest truth, it doesn't matter where you go to high school. It really doesn't,
It
because no
doesn't.
matter where you go, you're gonna learn the
Or
same thing.
college.
Exactly, yeah, college as well. Yeah, exactly. And the reason I went to like my community high school was because it was cheaper for pay. That's really it. Because I know I'm gonna learn the same thing, and I didn't want to burden my parents. So I was like, it's fine. I'm gonna learn the exact same thing. Yeah, like that's why I didn't go to Alyssa's school, because like essentially you have to like kind of pick a career. You know what I mean? And I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I felt like if I picked one I didn't like, I didn't know if I could get out of it. And I think that's what I was worrying about, was because I didn't know if I can get out of it.
Mhm.
It's kind of like why I liked the academy I'm in, is because it's very broad, in the sense that you have so many options when you get out of high school of what you could do within like kind of that science kind of field. And I thought that was really cool. So that's just my personal opinion. That's what I
Mhm.
did.
Like,
Everyone else is different.
for me, I don't know. I was kinda set on, like, the medical field ever since I was, like, probably in middle school. So, like, picking the school I went to, because like Kaylee said, at my school, you get to choose what you wanna major in, like, throughout high school, throughout college, and I chose, STEM biomedical and life sciences, because I wanna study, like biomedical is basically medicine and biology science. So, um it's I don't know, it's what interests me, and I'm so glad I chose it, because like, when I first, like, saw my choices for this school, I didn't know what biomedical was, but it sounded interesting. I was like, "Ooh, like, science and medical arts," and, like, I'm kinda down for that. I should probably try it out, and I did, and I'm so glad I chose it, because right now I'm really enjoying, like, what I'm learning, and, like, because right now we're learning about body systems and, like, specifics about body systems, and I'm really enjoying, like, learning about, you know, the body, like, how
Yeah.
like, right now we're learning about the nervous system, and we are learning about the brain specifically, and I really enjoyed that course, and, like, some I don't know, it was just, like, cool seeing how the brain works, and, like, I was considering, like, careers in the field of, like, neurology, and I was like, "Maybe," but I don't know, that's a lot of work again.
Sorry. It just got really quiet.
Sorry. Yeah, so I feel like we've all, yeah, eventually you're gonna find your path, and I think that's really awesome. And like the choices Alyssa made, like I'm glad that benefits her. Like that's legitimately one of the greatest things that you can do, is when you make a decision and it works out.
Mhm,
And I think all of our decisions, like I think I was talking to Amelia about this before, is like all of the small decisions that we make. Like some of the things I've done have led to like big outcomes, and I'm really happy with those outcomes, because I've just been a lot happier than I would have been if I didn't make those small decisions. And just by like choosing, like Alyssa said, like her bio like medical classes and like her career for high school, it's made her like super happy. And like that's what's most important, is that you're happy with whatever you do. Are you
mhm.
comfortable? You know, like all of those little questions I've just been down
Are you
saying.
truly getting through life at your happiest?
That
Bro,
is
Are
that sounds
you
like an ad. Like the way you said that. Like,
are you
hi, buy my product today at 900 555
are you
55555.
truly happy? No? Have some, I don't know, what's a made up name?
Amelia.
Cumexa.
Kimexa.
Have you have have you been feeling down recently? Well, try Cumexa. It's great for the soul and great for the heart.
No, but seriously, find what makes you happy and enjoy it, because that's what life is. Well, not really. That's what life kinda should be like. Oh, but we're not telling you what to yeah, we're not
Yeah,
telling you
yeah,
how to
yeah,
live,
yeah. We love
but
you guys, and we hope you guys have a good day. If it's morning, good morning. If it's night, good night. We love you guys.
We
If
love
it's in the
you.
afternoon, good afternoon. Okay.
Good afternoon.
If you want to support us, you should follow our socials. Our website is akapodcast.carrd.co. There, you can join our Discord and sign up for our email. Our Instagram is at A.K.A. Podcast, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at a.k.a. Thank you for joining us, and see you next time.